Amidst the biggest immigration crisis in Latin American history, Ecuador closed its borders to Venezuelans without passports, leaving Colombia as the last country accepting them. The official checkpoint at the border is virtually deserted, looking very different than it did on August 26th, the deadline for Venezuelans entering legally. And though it's quieter, that doesn't mean no one's crossing.
Nosotros oficialmente, en los comités de seguridad, conocemos que hay 12 pasos irregulares. Estos tienen sus nombres, pero la policía habla de aproximadamente 100 más y creemos que todo este fenómeno migratorio ha hecho que prácticamente toda la frontera se convierta en un paso irregular.
I was curious how difficult it would be to find these trochas, or the unofficial paths across the border. It turns out it wasn't difficult at all. It took me about 10 minutes to find a kid named Eduardo who was willing to take me across for 10,000 pesos, which is about $3 American. It was a pretty quick trip to the Ecuadorian side of the border. We hopped across a small ditch, climbed up a hill, and talked with a woman who has a house on the border. Eduardo gave her 5,000 of the 10,000 pesos. She opened the door for us, and we were in Ecuador.
Dime un poquito sobre lo que hicimos justo ahora.
Bueno, ese es el método de que muchas personas puedan llegar a su destino, porque la mayoría de las personas no poseen el documento sugerido por las autoridades ecuatorianas.
Y tú vendes como pasajes a la gente y también organizar como los cruces para cruzar las fronteras, ¿cierto?
Yo vender pasajes.
Dale. Y desde Ecuador cerró la frontera a los venezolanos. ¿Cómo ha cambiado la situación? Porque la gente ya no puede pasar. Casi nadie tiene pasaportes, ¿cierto?
Claro, la situación ha cambiado de que cada vez la cosa se pone un poco más difícil.
Larger groups of immigrants, though, have to cross through the nearby mountain paths.
Ese es el río.
Sí. Eso también va para Ecuador, el río, ¿cierto?
Sí, todo Colombia, el río.
The paths around the mountain are further away from the eyes of Ecuadorian officials.
Explíqueme a dónde estamos ahora.
Ahorita estamos en la montaña colombiana, en la trocha, pues esta es la trocha, por aquí. Este es uno de los niveles donde muchas personas sufridas que no tienen ningún tipo de recursos, no poseen ningún tipo de documentación. Por aquí es donde muchos escapamos, porque hasta me incluyo, muchos escapamos de la crisis. Son pocos agradables, pero es la única manera más segura de nosotros poder llegar a nuestro destino.
About 10 minutes later, we emerged from the mountainous forest path into the area of Rumichaca and the official security checkpoint. Eduardo told me to be careful with the camera and hide it as we left the trocha. He didn't want people in the official checkpoint area to see him leading a reporter up out of the illegal paths. So the shot's a bit shaky. But behind this door lies Colombia. Eduardo told me another way across the border as well. For $3 you can hire a moto taxi, and that's how I met Wilson Ortega, who drove me from a neighborhood called Parqueadero Carlos Sama, about 10 miles down a dirt road to the Ecuadorian border. On the left side, you see Colombia. On the right, Ecuador. And just a kilometer away, find this footbridge across the river between the two countries. The border is just too porous and too big for immigration authorities to control. Much more effective at keeping out Venezuelans have been the invisible walls. At times, violent xenophobia, deportations, and the general hassle of trying to find a job without documents. In fact, immigration officials told us that Venezuelans are starting to return to Colombia. But that is a story for another day. Thank you for watching. We are Muros Invisibles.